Hello, Armchair Generals. My name is Tom, and I'm back with my Japanese campaign in Hearts of Iron 3 using the Black Ice modification version 10.43. Just started the game, ran it ahead a couple hours, you see there in game time, saved it, crashed once, so I restarted and had a good save this time around. Where we left off, we'll actually start with Europe here. We got looks like a few partisans, French partisans popping up in France there, coincidentally enough. Germany took out Yugoslavia and helped Greece, helped Italy take out Greece. Speaking of Italy, they're not doing so well now in North Africa. They had pushed all the way out east as far as Marsa Matruh, but they've gotten pushed back by the British now. We'll probably see them head back to Benghazi, I'm sure. Abyssinia, they're doing all right there. They just need to take care of their northern flank and push up to that port here, and that way then they won't have to worry about controlling this area. They can push most of their army here in the south southwest. Russia has been attacked by Germany back historical June 22nd. So in 2 months' time, pretty good progress, I would say, comparatively to the fact that when the war started, Germany had declared on Russia and actually lost land against Russia. Romania was doing better against Russia than Germany was, but things are looking about somewhat normal, I guess. They should be a little bit further inland at this point. We're just holding around Xinjiang's capital here. There's one militia that's just been badly beat up. We'll just in about a couple months' time, we'll beat them down some more, and finally around December 1st or thereabouts, maybe a little bit after that, we'll just do the final invasion, take it out, puppet them, and move our core unit out. Get them ready for the next phase of operations there. And speaking of that time frame as well, we just picked up. We just got a whole bunch of units here, as you can see, that need um, that need to get transported to our islands here. These are like a bunch of artillery and let's see how many. This is a total weight of 948, so not quite a full stack of six, but it's a stack of like AA and anti-tank, um, artillery, headquarter defensive units, trucks, things like of that kind of nature that we're just going to have dropped off. Yeah, it's 855. So actually, we can take one of these and merge it with the group of five there. That should be sufficient. And have them dropped off at all the various islands. We'll start over here because there's several islands that I've got uncovered. Well, two, I guess. That's all. That's not bad. And then we'll drop them off at a couple other, like you see, these regimental garrison detachments. They need some loving. But pretty much all these islands, I'm just going to drop off. He's already got AA and artillery on him, same as he. So there won't be any additional guys really added to them. Might add like say the headquarter um, detachment, like this, like the headquarter defense attachment that's coming along with him, just to give him a little bit of oomph there. But otherwise, yeah, it looks like a lot of these guys are need to drop off some artillery here and there. Anyway, that'll be just getting ready for defenses in the islands because what I've ever seen in my campaigns, America, the United States AI likes to invade the Japanese islands out here. Otherwise, we're pretty much ready for war at this point. We do have, you can see, just about 400 IC. We're putting quite a bit of it, 3/4, yeah, 3/4, over 3/4 into production right now. We got a bunch, a few things that are getting upgraded right now. I think, yeah, actually, we've gotten all of our upgrades done except for the Zukaku and Shikaku. Um, they'll be ready the month after war, and that's fine. If I'm down a carrier fleet, I should have done this the upgrades a little bit quicker. And watching these videos over again, I'll make a mental note to see when I started the my upgrades and kind of fast forward that in future campaigns by say 2 months or so. We got a bunch of builds going on here. Not a lot will be ready before war with America. I got some more bombers coming out. So I'll have another wing of naval bombers ready. Um, and our last landing craft will be ready as well. But for the most part, everything else is pretty much going to be ready, completed in the following year. Yeah. Our Mountaineer first Mountaineer Corps will be ready probably around springtime of next year, which will roughly be about the time I anticipate the UK and the Allies declaring war on me, which will mean then we'll begin our operations in Burma. So I'll have at least one Mountaineer Corps available for operations in northern Burma, which I believe that's kind of where their capital is. Well, no, I guess their capital's down here in Rangoon, but there is a Victory Point location up here at Mandalay, that deep, deep in the mountains here. You can see, well, there's some plains, some jungle, a lot of mountains to kind of traverse through. So we'll be using them and another corps that's getting built too, going through our Burmese, Northern India, and Nepalese campaigns. So without further ado, let's go ahead and progress forward here. Oh yeah, research. We've got about starting C green. We got about positive 14 going into research. I've got the balance like 10 extra IC um, sitting here in officers because we want to get to about 100% or get close to 100% when War with America starts. We do have officer recruitment coming in September. So roughly after that, it's August or October rather, we should be seeing 10,000 officers. That'll get us up to about 178. That'll still leave us off by about 18,000 officers, if my math is right there. But we're gaining 120 a day. So I mean that's 3,500 officers a month at this point. So August, September, we'll have 7,000 more. Um, October, November, another 7,000 after that. So yeah, we could be close to 100% by the time we get to war with the United States. Alrighty, moving onward here. We're going to be watching the eastern frontier, the activities. We'll be taking the kind of the bird's eye view just to kind of see the line progress further and further into Russia there. Because they have something there. They're more exciting than what I'm doing at this point, honestly. 1941 tech, we're going to leave that alone. We'll just keep researching anything that just needs to be researched. I don't really need to buy anything at this point. I mean, I could. We're gaining 23. Rather actually like to keep that money gain that I'm going at this point. We're well over 50,000 in both metal and rares. So honestly, I'm fine. Self-sealing tanks. That's a one-off kind of tech. Um, was that a tech here? That should be. Um, where would that be? There we go. Self-sealing tanks. So I don't know if I was actually researching that. Now it doesn't look like it, as I'm at 74 still. I don't have any red tech there. So it may have been a 1941 tech, perhaps. Yeah, it's level one. So it might have been a 1941 tech or even a 1940 tech that needed a requirement that I hadn't met just yet and had begun to research, perhaps. But in any event, spies grabbed it for me. So yay, that's something less I don't need to worry about researching that I would be researching. 43 techs, we'll drop that off. We got some partisans. Well, I can't tell them to go anywhere. We got a pretty speedy unit here. So let's go ahead and have you zip out there and do what needs to be done. You can see his speed is, yeah, and here's the light armor and armored car. So what do we got here? 40, 40, and 40 tech. We are leaving all of that alone for right now. That's all tech that we do need. Bomber targeting focus 41, so we'll leave that alone as well. 42 tech, we'll drop that off, and 41 tech, we'll leave that alone because we could use that for interceptors and fighter bombers. And nothing new going on there. I did make an assertion that I will post the specifications of my computer so you can see, you get an idea of like why it kind of halts that, at 2200 hours there. So it looks like we lost This is for armor build speed, so we lost chromite probably. Steel production, probably don't need that anymore. Yeah, it's 44 tech carrier group, 43 tech, dropping that off as well. I mean, we need the carrier group tech, but 1943 tech, that's a huge penalty that we get hit by. Spotting, 43, division headquarters, 42. So a bunch of tech here we're learning. Yeah, we'll watch Russia again here. We'll see how the Eastern Front goes. We're rooting for Germany to get to the border of Leningrad here pretty soon. Fighter targeting. I'll go ahead and knock that off. So, interesting. Fighter targeting, I got up to 1942 tech, but bomber targeting, which I've been doing those in tandem with each other. Bomber targeting is still 1941 tech, so I don't know how I slipped a year there. Maybe that's how it started off anyway. 42 and 43 tech, okay. Love this. Carrier organization up. That's not cumulative, mind you. It's not going to go up by additional 30. It's going up by additional 30 of whatever its base was. Um, so since it's level 3, it's probably going up by another 10. Actually, is that something we can observe here in the wild? Let's see. Let's watch the Soryu here. 332. Is it going to go up at all? Does not look like it. Yeah, it doesn't quite look like maybe it already had that increase. CAG pilot training level 7. Okay, this confuses me. So for one, I don't understand why the Germans are doing CAG pilot training because I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't have a carrier. They may. I don't know. The AI can do some pretty silly stuff. For another though, why is it level 7 CAG training? Well, okay, that'd be why because it's CAG pilot training because that's there. That's 1941 tech. CAG crew training is 1941 tech as well. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth there. It's definitely well needed, well worth it. So we need to grab these guys together, and then we should have enough to go ahead and go around the islands on a magical tour. That's all we need there. And we're going first here. Yes, rebase actually, because we're gonna be dropping off, kind of going around. I may actually, when I get here, kind of drop them off and then um, arrange them up a little bit better, split them up somewhat, so that way I can kind of send one group southward and then the other group kind of go northward, so I can get it done quicker, rather than like start a full circle around the islands, which will take longer. Um, okay, that's just started. Cast pilot training. Okay, that's fine. I don't think we have any laws we need to change at this point in time. We've already made our updates to our laws. Russian front. Oh wait, Abyssinia. Oops. Yeah, the northern area is starting to kind of collapse a little bit. Italians need to step up their game there, because once this kind of starts to fall in, then the south will as well, because the AA is just going to pull forces from there to handle that. And as thought, the English are racing toward Benghazi. It's either here or down towards Asidra that the DAK, the Africa Corps, will then that event will fire, and I don't ever see the Germans AI not take them, but there'll be some German forces here in Africa soon to help stabilize that. So interesting. So it looks like Germany gave up some provinces to Hungary from Yugoslavia, but it's still keeping Yugoslavia at this point. Interesting. Normally, I see them puppet it. I kind of do too, because I don't ever like leaving. I mean, geez, they have those guys there. I don't like having to leave forces in Yugoslavia to kind of tamp down any unrest that might be going on there. Actually, they gave a few more provinces to Italy. It looks like as well. I thought they had all this too. But anyway, they're doing pretty well now in Russia. That's the Pripyat marshes. This roughly around here is an area that you can't really traverse. Cruiser warfare. We're up +2 right now in our research. Next 3 research targets that drop off, or I manually turn off, then I'll be able to go through my next round of tech, choosing tech that I would like to learn. So now some of the research targets are just kind of hanging there. Tactical Air Command. Okay, it's 39 tech. So we're going to drop this down now to 20. Like I said, I try to keep this in like multiples of 10 and just below whatever the upgrade need indicates is. Let's get our reinforcements up a little bit there. So I mean that 10 goes into our production here. We're doing pretty good with supplies. We're not up to 50,000 just yet. I'm going to bump this to 45. That works. This still gives us enough to burn down a little bit further there. See, I got a bunch of builds, but I got several things coming out this year over the next few months, and then a bunch of stuff coming up uh, January, February, March, and April of next year. So, I had paused it because wrong set of islands. Where are we at? There we are. We need to kind of tell these guys to hang tight here. So, we don't need truck transports. We just need 1 heavy artillery. That's that guy here. What do we got? Anti-aircraft. So we're going to throw an anti-aircraft over here like so. Um, they need an anti-aircraft as well. There we go. And that's anti-tank. So we can do this, throw an anti-tank as well. So HQ defense, heavy artillery, anti-tank, anti-aircraft. I don't think there's really anything else. Yeah, artillery, pack artillery. We don't need transports on the islands because you're not going anywhere. There's nowheres you can go. Okay, so now I need to kind of rearrange things a little bit here. Pack artillery. So we will put an anti-tank there. Okay, yeah, he's all set. It's this guy. Pack artillery, so we need to swap out there. There we go. Yeah, we don't need an offensive doctrine commando sitting on a on a garrison there, and we need to attach them to the Garrison Island Headquarter unit. Okay. So, yeah, so now I was going to go ahead and kind of split these guys up a little bit. There we go, 6 and 5 like so. Let's do that, yeah. So, accepting this guy then, and let's drop him off, him and him. Let's thus grab all these guys, and we'll start our island tour here, starting in the south. There we go. Rebase there. Kind of let them move out, so that way now I can grab the rest of these guys, and they're going to go rebase here. We'll start our island tours here. Okay, what do we got here now? Garrison, heavy artillery, artillery, anti-aircraft. So he just needs an anti-tank. That's it. We'll rebase over there. This will be kind of slow. I apologize for this part of the video. But we're just staffing our island defenses up there, getting them getting them ready. Okay, so now now we'll go ahead and start research again. Let me see if I have any IC or leadership gains that I could research at this point. Repair rate, could use a boost there to manpower, so we'll do medicine. That'll get us to 60. We see rare materials. Sure, we'll go ahead and do that because we're actually gaining 13. Let's not do that for right now then. We can do it later. We don't need it at this point in time. Nothing here. We'd like that at this point. Well, we'll revisit that as needed. Construction gamers focusing on IC and leadership. Basing, do want because that will help. That will help supplies being sent to our naval bases. That percentage increase helps the amount of supplies getting into your naval base, which will decrease the amount of supplies wasted, which decreases the amount of IC needed to put towards supplies. So in a roundabout way, yes. Alrighty, and make sure our planes are up to snuff as well. Looks like they are. Armament, yeah, we'll do the machine gun. Looks like everything there is good. Bomb load should be fine there. I don't think there's anything new that pops up for a year or two here. Avionics, looking good there. The bombing site could be used because we have a heart attack for our CAG unit there. Air system, looks like we're good there. And now naval tech. We got to make sure their Navy is the best. So everything that's 1941 tech, we need to research. We're doing really good with our sub tech. It's current year, which is I like to see. As I've said before, frigate and the motor torpedo boat, I'm not going to research those techs. I have other priorities, not enough leadership, and other priorities. Carrier tech is where it should be. Capital tech here is well, carrier damage control. Yes, we could use that. And capital ship fire control. That's for battleships, battle cruisers that we use, super heavy battleships. Is it only for those? I feel that there's perhaps more more down that way, but maybe not. This capital ship here. Yeah, actually are doing really well with our tech. Oh, look, that is maxed out here. Yes, soon as the day turns, that'll be learned, which is good to see. And that's from our very first minister, probably, because he took care of light ships, cruisers, and capital ship tech. Gave us a bunch of points in those. Cruiser fire control we do need. Looks like all good there. Yep. So Navy tech is pretty much set. Carrier task force carrier positioning. Oh yes, carrier CAG duty efficiency plus 10%. Yes, please. Escort convoy efficiency. We're gonna have tons of convoys as Japan. If you're playing as Germany, you really don't even need to worry about your convoys because I mean, in my games at the very least, I don't do any overseas trades except for really close partners like say Norway, Sweden, um, Finland, for example. But I try to do as much overland trades as possible if I have to do any trades at all. Typically with Germany, I'm not really needing to do too many trades once war has been enjoined. Okay, so that's everything in regards to naval. We'll let that ride and kind of see where we go from there. um, they just landed, so let's go through. This is just a garrison detachment, that's all. So we'll give them a heavy artillery, an anti-tank, and a truck. No, they do not need a truck. And they already have an anti-tank. Oh yeah, this is a unit that I'm going to drop off an island there, so we don't need to mess with that guy. Anti-aircraft, and he's done. Am I able to combine those together? Yes, I am. We shall do so. That's just helped me kind of see a little bit better, as it were. Where 2, 4, 6. That's a unit all ready to go as well. Okay, so everybody but him. We'll pick up and rebase to here. We're going to drop off a unit they already built, and then we'll sail off to those other 2 islands there. He's here. Let's see how this guy kind of shakes out. Heavy artillery, anti-aircraft, so he needs anti-tank. have an anti-tank? I may not. I may not, because the other, I think there's only a couple anti-tank regiments that, yeah, that were provided, and those I feel are down there. That's fine. Um, yeah, he'll be needed to go there. Okay, so we'll then take care of these couple islands and then head back. Actually, let's go here. Go here, go there, and then back home. This is my 5-passenger fleet. Capital ship fire control. Okay, submarine crew, we can drop that off. Mountain unit training and gun turrets we can drop off there. Okay. Yeah, that capital ship, let me go back to it. That capital ship fire control, it was nice just to like, boom, immediately get that. Um, is it there? Where are you at? Well, now I don't see. I thought it was here, but I might be mistaken. Oh, yeah, that's where it was. Capital ship fire control computer. We're up to 1943 tech on it now. So our ships are still kind of making their way. And he is the guy I'm going to leave behind because he's fully staffed out. We don't want a Marine in charge. I mean, nothing against him, but I just don't need a Marine in charge there. Okay, so we're going to leave him behind. Everybody else packs up and goes to the next port of call here. Getting closer and closer to our December 7th. Officer recruitment, we'll go and drop that off. It's not going to give us 10,000 leaders right now. It'll prompt an event later on, either this month or maybe in October. I forget how long it takes for those officers to appear, but that'll give us 10,000 officers. Plus, also, it doesn't show us, I don't think it'll show us there, but also give us an officer gain, additional 35%. So, yeah, these are cumulative. These are not, nor are those. I have a minus 10% leadership, or we'll be getting that. So, we'll see our research kind of nosedive a tad. So, we'll crank some from the officers over to research as needed to maintain 60 research targets going. But that shouldn't hurt because we'll be getting a additional bonus gain there. 1/3 more will be very, very handy there. But the 10,000 officers, that'll get us up to 182. If we were to get it right now, that would leave us 14,000 off. That's a little over 100 days. Aviation, yeah, that's 43 tech we need. I was going to say, why is that still there? Because. So everything else we're keeping. So we're just at +3. Sure, +1 to our medium shipyards. We could gain some descent right now and probably bleed that off by the time we go to war with America and get 10,000 metal and 1,000 rare and give us a bonus through this point next year to metal and rare materials. I kind of like that. That would really help. Not that we really need it though. That's the thing too. It's not that we really need it because we're doing okay. Now let's say we're okay. Oh, another veteran unit. We're not doing any fighting really. I mean, I guess some leadership units doing really well in defensive maneuvers in Zanjing. 394. Yeah, that chromite's hurting our IC efficiency. I had these two also being built. Having lost the chromite, my IC efficiency is not that good now. Oh, well, we'll work on that. Okay, so we're need to build up here a bit. Combine those together. And So artillery, anti-tank. Do we have anti-aircraft? Yes, we do. Good, good. Um, and he doesn't have anything, and he doesn't really have anything. And we can combine these two together as well. Kind of make things a little bit easier to view. Okay. Fortress Buster, really? Mm. That's right. There's only two fortresses in Southeast Asia that I need to worry about. I mean, and I really need to worry about. Granted, Honolulu has one as well, but it's not worth the effort to try to get a Fortress Buster guy over there. So yeah, that garrison's all set to go. We'll scoop those guys up, go to the next island here. And have you guys made it over yet? Just about. Late aircraft factory by +1. That's good. That'll help boost our CAG builds and our other air builds that we're doing. So he only has heavy artillery. He needs stuff. We'll start with the bottom there. What do we got? Anti-aircraft that we can give him. Okay. That's all that guy has. We'll combine these two together as well. And let's see how this looks here. Heavy artillery, anti-aircraft. Again, they don't have anti-tank. I could put the headquarter defense attachment. I don't need the HQ defense attachment anywhere else. Yeah. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll beef up this island. Drop him off there and pick up everybody and go to the next island up there. They're over here now. So this is a garrison never put a leader on. So let's go ahead, anti-aircraft. We'll give them artillery and an AA gun, I believe, right? Yep. Again, I don't need an offensive and commando doctrine guy there. Not handy. Leaving him off now. Scoop everybody else up. Next island. Actually, doesn't look like we'll need to be giving anybody there. He already has artillery, anti-air, and AA. He looks like he needs some guys, though, so we'll sail over that way. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I thought we already had taken care of that. Lost the effects of chromite, which I knew we did that already. Forward air control advanced, 1940 tech, and you see we lost our leadership there due to the officer gaining 10,000 officers, but that's okay. We'll boost it back up to 60. Educating 102 officers. So the officer recruitment program hasn't taken effect yet. We're at 25% only. So we're waiting for that event to fire, and once it does, we'll get 10,000 officers plus an additional 35% to our officer recruitment program. So we'll see if we get back up to the 120 officers per day. I feel we will. Heavy artillery. Oh, they're already set up here. I got nothing I can give him on that island. That's okay. We'll move on to the next island up here. And then once we're done there, these two islands, and then back home with whatever we have left over, which then we'll send out. Just watching where these transports go. Who gets there first? Mechanization of the 48th Division. So this is a historical type unit. I did say I would go ahead and do historical upgrades or, historical unit gains, but do I really need? I mean, you can read the historical, stuff that's on there. And this is another Black Ice event here. Like I said, there's thousands of Black Ice events for all the countries. They definitely make playing the game feel a lot more immersive. I certainly do like that. Kind of reminds me, I think it was Core was the summer modification for Hearts of Iron 1, where it added like hundreds and hundreds of events. In this case here, I don't think I really want to mechanize a unit. Because to be quite honest, I already have enough. Yeah, for one, I don't want to take the icy hit, in all honesty. And I knew I said earlier that I'd be taking, the historical units as they popped up and stuff like that. I don't think I want that in this case here. Yeah, no need, we'll say. Alrighty, waiting. So they both landed here. Autumn mud, that will affect the Germans. I think he needs something. Let's see. He's got garrison and HQ defense attachment and anti-air. So let's give him heavy artillery. I don't think, yeah, these are just anti-air. 5 and 5, so I got 10 regiments left here. So now we'll go ahead and pick them up and sail off to the next island there. And I did say that they've arrived here, so let's see what we need to do here. Artillery and anti-aircraft. I think that's all that I've got. Yeah. So grab everybody. Possibly here, but I think that's heavy. That's artillery and anti-aircraft as well. That guy. We should be getting a truck before we get up to the northern island there. Yep, there we are. Amphibious unit training. That's 40 tech. We'll leave that alone. We're at +2 at this point here. Good, good. We lost a province. Okay. Oh, how do we do here? Oh, this battle is still ongoing. Yawn. Let's move our specialized light infantry up here and have them come back. So the only thing I can do here is to move a garrison down. Yeah. So let's move him there and move him back, move him down there, and then move him back. Heck. Move him out there, move him back. Somebody will get to him first. How are we doing up here in Xinjiang? They got a few units. Let's go ahead and attack. He's my slowest unit, so, well, slowest because of the terrain he's in. He's actually pretty speedy, but slow because, well, after weather it's showing. Yeah, weather is impacting them. So let's have them move in. They'll support. Basically, just to get some combat experience going. Well, 2 units. One of them is actually an infantry unit. I hovered over and I saw a lot of regiments there. So I knew that militia was only 2 regiments, and that leaves 2, 4, 6 other regiments there. So yeah, full strength infantry unit there. Not full strength though. Its organization is not quite built up, but we'll get there. Lost the effects of Gulf of Tonkin because of this, right? Or wait, where's the Gulf of Tonkin? Here. Is it because of this? I think it's because of this or that. One of these provinces has caused interruption to my leadership and stuff like that. Okay, so that's a new unit that I'm creating here. Rank 1, though, he can be upgraded to a rank 2. Naval Imperial Air Force, yes. And we'll go down here and boost him up. No chromite purchases. Well, it hasn't said that I can do a chromite purchase yet, but truck. What do we got going on here? Truck. Let's see. Heavy artillery, anti-aircraft. So really nothing for him. My other leaders, though, I will go ahead and staff, throw some units. That way they can hold truck if need be. Well, they're already good to go. How about my air here? They need artillery, so we'll give them a pack artillery. And my 6-star, my truck island garrison needs some troops here. Anti-aircraft. That's all. Okay, so we can combine these 2 guys together. Or no, 2, 4, 6, 7. No, we can't because that's why. But they can go ahead and board the boat, and we're going to sail over to here. He needs anti-aircraft, it looks like, right? No, he does have anti-air already. How about that guy? He has anti-air. He has anti-air. He does not, so that island needs the anti-air. Okay. Oh, we're already on board the boat. Uh-huh. Clicking multiple times there, wondering why is it not working? Okay, then we'll go up here, and then we'll figure out where to throw all of our horse and truck transports. Uh, Probably just bring it back to here, and I've got a bunch of specialized light infantry that are historical units that I didn't build that I have less than 7 regiments that I could probably filter those extra troops through. We need to keep an eye on this battle here just to make sure I don't kill him too quickly. Militia are killing. Annoying more than anything else, but yeah, I've got to make sure that I take care of them. That is still ongoing, but I got him coming, troops coming in here, troops going there. Okay, so coincidental that, oops, that they popped up where they did. We'll help out our military police. He will come here like so. He will do the same. He will come down and come back. Okay, so that's all that there. We got over here. That looks like the best route to take here. Yeah, not enough oomph there to take it on. They'll move there, move back. They'll move there, move back. Okay, so it takes care of all of those guys. How's this battle going? Okay, these are all the battles we've won. Cruiser surface. Oh, boom. Let's get that back up to 60 there. We lost more leadership, it looks like. Our officer ratio now down to 83. What do we? Oh, because of the Gulf of Tonkin deal. Yeah, we need to wrap that up because those techs just simply dropped off. Formation of the core headquarter unit. I don't think this is something that I really need. Again, I said I would take historical units as I need, so I don't have to build them. But honestly, I've got a lot of. These are all unit guys that don't have anybody associated with them. That's a lot. So let's gain some officers. Okay, now where is my? Okay, they're going there, and they're up here already. Good. So we can give them. Well, artillery is the only thing I can give them. It looks like. Or no, I have air. That's right. Anti-aircraft. That's why we came up here. And I guess on that note, wasn't there? They could use artillery. And these guys could use artillery. So how much artillery do I have remaining here? Well, several, at least 3. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and board the boat. And these 3 islands need artillery. Okay, we made it there. So we are going to throw him an anti-aircraft, which will mean we can combine these together. And do we need anti-aircraft up here? No. No. That's the passenger ship. And no. Okay. So we'll go ahead and board the ship. And I don't feel like there's anything there we need to do, but we could actually. I'm thinking we could actually. Yeah, they need artillery. We could go out there and drop off a couple of those units out there. So I think I shall just sail up here to Campot, rebase, and then from there we can sail elsewhere. Should almost give my garrison guys trucks. Well, they have horse transport. Something to kind of speed them up a little bit. Alrighty, so we got our ships moving around here. Um, so we won that battle. We killed the infantry unit that was there. They suffered 10 times as many casualties as we did. We can go ahead and say, nope, don't move into there. You're done. You're done. You're done. There's a couple more battles won there. Okay, good. Let's now take a spin onto the Eastern Front. Oh, that's actually looking pretty nice there. The bird's eye view, it shows them they're pretty close to Leningrad now. Leningrad is this province here. Um, Germany is one province away from touching Leningrad. I think that's the province in question they could get to. Once they do, Finland joins the Axis, which means they'll kind of help out Germany in their northern front. Once Finland joins the Axis, we get the like the full core historical access strategic event, which gives us a bunch more bonuses. Very handy to have. All in all, it's looking good everywhere else. Sevastopol, historically, Sevastopol, I think, didn't fall until spring of 1942 because it held out for so long. The Germans were more pressed in trying to get to Moscow, pushing in the northern areas than worrying about their southern flank. And in 1942, they kind of focused on pushing southward. Um, but overall, I think this is pretty good for the Germans now, especially considering the beginning of their campaign in there. Everything here looks normal. Yeah, as I would kind of expecting, I don't see even bird's eye view-ish. I don't see German troops here, so it must be Asidra that prompts the DAK event, and that's where if you're playing as Germany and this type of situation happens, where Britain's pushing into to Libya, there'll be an event where you'll get 3 mechanized armored units and a Rommel headquarter unit. I think he's an army headquarter unit, or maybe he's a 5-star. I don't remember exactly. In either event, they appear fully built, fully orged, and everything just ready to roll. And it definitely helps Italy push England back to Egypt. Uh, Whenever I play as Germany, it's kind of a back and forth there with the AK. Then I'm pushing them back into Egypt, and then they push me back as supply is just crap here. It's not good at all. Abyssinia, well, yeah. So Italy's not taking care of their northern flank very well. They were earlier, but all of a sudden this just started falling apart there. We can ignore this. This is probably just, well, it's territory they obviously conquered. It's not territory you can't move into. But Britain's just ignoring it because this is where their focus is. Southern flank, though, is doing okay comparatively, considering that Italy's moving their forces north to kind of deal with what's going up there. Yeah. And that's going the way I had expected. So they are coming here. My other transport, they're going out to there. Okay, so now we're waiting for them to come here. Cool. Won a battle. Finland. Oh, so if we go to Finland's declared war, and that's because let's see, Leningrad is here-ish. Summer's here. There we go. And Germany has the adjacent province there. So yay! I don't know when that core the one not Axis historical strategic effect comes to fruition there, but it should be soon. So let's see. He has anti-aircraft, so he needs artillery. We'll give him heavy artillery. Why not? And I think that's all I'm able to give. Okay. And he has horse transports as well. Yeah. Alrighty, going up to this island because if I remember right, it's artillery I need to give to these guys here. And we'll just kind of watch this here. We've lost Lang Sun. Oh, because they moved there. That's right. We've got troops heading, and here's the core historical access. There's a. It's not going to show me the strategic effects now. Um, these aren't cumulative, I believe. There are several of these bonuses here. Well, actually, this might be cumulative because there's several 1% bonuses here. There's another historical access strategic effect that we had because of Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, and Italy being part of the Axis powers with us. Finland now joining creates this strategic effect, and I think that's it. There's no further um, historical access bonuses, but you can see all these different bonuses. Really nice all around. 84. Still waiting for our officer. Um, well, okay, we lost a medium shipyard. Alrighty, probably changed a medium shipyard to a light aircraft factory. Grr. Still waiting for my officers to appear. Fur has happened because it's probably Finland, and therefore I got plus 15 to winter effects. It doesn't really help me, but whatever. Again, they need artillery. I don't think that the other that's anti-aircraft, and they already have anti-aircraft. Okay, so they're set. And now we'll go to this last, which I think needs it. Heavy artillery, anti-aircraft. Yeah, they need artillery. Oh, partisan suppression advance. 38 techs will let that ride. That's why we gained a little bit of leadership for something. I don't know. I mean, this looks like it's going to be taking forever. Hopefully he comes up pretty soon there. Is it worth bringing him up there? It's going to take him forever to march his way up. But sure. Sure. He'll get up there by December. Yeah, this is looking good. Finland's already making inroads. They took the little, what is that? Henko? Took that little port away. And they're making inroads. Cool. Um, why? Huh. What are they? Free Norwegian? Yes, they're partisans. Okay. Everything else looks fine. Don't see any problems. Yeah, well, yeah. All right, let's wait for this guy to swing around here. There we go. He needs artillery, and then he is done, I believe. Can we combine these two guys together? No. Okay. So, I don't think we need to drop any troops off here, further troops off here. What we have here is anti-aircraft and horse transports, which he has a truck transport. He could use the anti-aircraft. Um, actually, yes, they could use a little bit of help there. So let's go and rebase there. And this guy will sail back because he is done. He will sail back to there. So it won't be this episode. In fact, speaking of this episode, we'll be wrapping this up here in just a second. I think it's around late October that I begin to apportion my troops to where they need to go to stage them to get them ready. Um, I'll have troops that will be utilized for the Philippines invasion. I'll set them up in Taiwan and whatever the name of this island is here for China, and also there'll be a core unit I'll send down here as well. The Marines I really don't need to move anywheres. Range of 2050 because where they're stationed at, they can invade anywhere in the Philippines. They can get Guam, and they can. No, they can't get Wake Island. Okay. So I would have to. Is that because the assault ship is with them? Yes, we can get the Wake Island. So where they're at, this is a perfect staging base to attack our initial Wake, Guam, and Philippines. Once those are taken, then we kind of need to move our Marines around. But late October is when I move my core units around, so that way I can kind of get ready for the Philippines. Um, Follow up invasions, Marines take the ports that I need in the Philippines. Follow up with the core units with the frontline troops that'll move in there, and also I'll be moving several core units, at least a couple dozen divisions, into here, into French Indochina. So that way I'm ready to move them down into Siam once I have that for operations in Singapore and operations into Burma. But that should be next episode. At this point, I'll go ahead and save the game, and I'll also thank everybody for watching this episode along with me here. If you have any comments, questions about how I'm playing the game, doing the things I'm doing, please feel free to leave that down at the very bottom. Otherwise, I will see you guys next episode. Take care.